It's WarCraft. Yay! Greetings everybody, this is Stormy with the CapitalZ coming back at you with another replay quest cast. This is going to be a 2 vs 2 and it will be on Firbolg Mountain. The game will be played by a popular member of the Warcraft 3 community from the Warcraft 3 Americas. He is known as Sauce or Sauce, spawning at the right side of this map as the light blue undead player. So he will be allying up with BurrowRush, who is also popular. I have seen his name a couple of times, although I don't think I've cast any of his games in the past yet. BurrowRush will be spawning over here as the light blue orc player at the left side, left bottom. They will be playing up against Tsukimakuri. Yeah, Tsukimakuri. Yes, I got it right. I can read Japanese. Tsukimakuri spawning as the Teal human player. I'm really sorry. Is that Japanese? It's surely Japanese. It does sound Japanese to me. Jockey, you probably know better because you know you're kind of an anime fan. So we're just gonna call him as Suki, spawning as Teal human at the left side, and on the right side we got a real non-English name which we cannot read, so we're just gonna have to call him Teal, opening up with Archmage. It's gonna be Archmage, and we're not wrong. Okay, I'm not wrong. I'm glad about that. So yes, it's gonna be Archmage and Mountain King, and it's actually a double human. So this is gonna be a bit interesting to see as how Sauce and BurrowRush tackle a double human play. BurrowRush opening up with Farseer. Sauce is gonna be having his hero delayed because he went in for the delay hero, and to my surprise, Sauce is going in for the Crypt Lord Farseer combination against Archmage Mountain King. Let's see how this works out, as Peon Steve for BurrowRush has already made its way towards the base of Suki. And now it's being currently hammered away by Peon. I mean to say, Footman Steve. Yes, Footman Steve versus Peon Steve, the battle of the ages. This is something that people pay to see for. And poor Peon is being murdered there. Steve this time doesn't seem like he will manage to escape as the creeping has begun for Teal. Wow. The resistance, the resilience of Steve, worth noting. And Steve is about to reach his opponent's, his ally's base, but right before he gets there, Steve Footman will murder him. That was sad. And oh, we already have an engagement here. BurrowRush head in with his Farseer and got trapped over there with militiamen. Got freed. We got another Stormbolt. Stormbolt incoming. He had to use the TP to get back to his base in order to save his hero. Otherwise, he would have had to spend another 170 gold and wait a few seconds to get it back. It's debatable though on whether you really want to get your hero killed or you want to waste your TP. It's very debatable. So it appears to me that Teal will be trying to creep out the expansion between the players and try to set up an expansion there. This expansion is of course a bit towards the outer side, but looking at the location for Firbolg Mountain, it can be easily defended. I really love how Suki has set down these farms over here, kind of positioning them in a way saying that this is my territory. Once you enter here, this is my territory, this is my property. Jockey says, to be honest, level 1 hero would not have been that big of a loss, and yes, I would agree with that, but there are things that players would say that well, there are moments where players would be like, okay, I don't really want to have to lose my hero, I really want to keep him alive, and wasting the TP would just be okay for me for the time being. Boss will go in for the creeping over here at the expansion on here towards his north. He may put on an expansion over there. Would he do that actually? He hasn't teched up yet. He does have enough gold to do so. And does he have sacrificial skull and stuff? He does have it. He didn't sell off the TP. He has a lot of gold there. His expansion is going to be slightly delayed though, and his tech is going to be a lot more delayed because of that. This is something that he needs to be careful with, because the frost armor over here is actually delaying his creeping here. Creeping is going to be delayed, expansion is going to be delayed, the opponents are going to be way ahead of them. Teal is delayed on the tech, and whoa, wait. it appears to be that Suki is not teching either. I'm rather surprised with that. Suki is not teching. Why is Suki not teching? That's really a mystery right now. And if Suki does not tech, then that's really not going to be good. Mountain King Farseer! Stormbolt! No TP this time! Mountain King doesn't have enough mana. Footman dies. Farseer levels up. Healing Salve being cast in, but the Mountain King is likely going to try and follow it. Going to try and follow the Farseer for as long as it can, and the Healing Salve effect, man, the regeneration on the Healing Salve is just so high. Farseer will survive to live another day. Mountain King does not have enough mana for another Stormbolt just yet. Sauce going in for the other camp, right opposite to the expansion that he's setting up as well. Try to clear it out, I guess, and then have I don't know, like something stationed over there or something. Like I don't really know, because that's a potential expansion for your opponent. Where's Suki? Back at his base, perhaps, with his. I'm sorry, Suki is here. Where is the Farseer for BurrowRush? Okay, they're gonna try and creep at the middle camp. The expansion. Not sure if they're gonna put down one yet though, because he is going tech. Tech is complete. Horn Chieftain incoming. Beastery being dropped. War Mill. So not gonna have any shamans or shaman spirit walkers or trolls, at least for the time being. That's not what he is planning for. Seems to be planning for is pure orc strength. Well, actually, headhunters aren't really based on pure orc strength. They're more about ranged damage dealing. But headhunters coming in, and not sure. We are probably gonna add up some Kodo beasts to the headhunters. Probably gonna add in some. Raiders don't really fall into the mix, I guess. Did you just say spirit trolls? No, I didn't say spirit trolls. I said spirit walkers or troll doctors. We got a battle going on over here. Sauce meeting up with his opponent, level 4 on that Crypt Lord. That looks dangerous. And Teal isn't really ready to face Sauce right now. He has very limited defenses. Only one tower is up, putting down some more towers there. Reason for that is, of course, being that he is expanding, so that's going to cost him his tech for some time. A lot of peasants have died this day, and Sauce making good use of that Wand of the Wind, tossing up the Archmage into the air. By the way, Archmage is also at level 4. That's one more thing I didn't cover while the battle was going on. Both heroes are pretty much neck and neck, although as long as Sauce stays here, longer that Sauce stays over here at the human base, Teal is going to be losing most number of peasants, and that's never going to be good for Teal. BurrowRush going in for the camp right next to his base, the expansion. Just going to creep it out, probably not going to plan to expand or anything just yet. And this is a nice expansion location for Sauce. Sauce actually also putting down a sacrificial skull there as well. So yeah, as I said earlier, this is a nice location for Sauce to head back and rejuvenate his units using the Blight. Getting that extra regen is so important for undead players. Okay, Anchor of Reincarnation. For earlier it was on the Farseer, now it's on the Torrent Chieftain where it needs to be. So Torrent Chieftain technically has its level 6 without reaching level 6. Going to have an engagement, and then Mountain King still on the field. Does have boost of speed, and okay, Wind Riders. I was not expecting Wind Riders to come out. 2v2s have all different dynamics though. Tier 3 coming in for BurrowRush and some attack upgrades as well. It appears that he will be going in for the piercing units, the range units like the Headhunters, the Wind Riders, although I'm not really sure if this is really a build where you see Headhunters and Wind Riders. Both of them would be costing a lot. BurrowRush actually did plan to expand over here. Suki detecting that, trying to hamper that expansion. Footman under defend mode, so they're not going to take too much damage from piercing, but they will take damage from the stomp and melee damage. The expansion was cancelled. The mission was successful for Suki, and then Suki will have to run away to save his Mountain King. Does have boost of speed, should manage to do that until BurrowRush tries to follow with a speed scroll, which he doesn't have, by the way. And oh, he stayed in there to kill the Wind Rider using Stormbolt. A lovely touch to that, and will back out to his base, which was like right around the corner. We got a second hero out in the form of a Blood Mage, and we have melee going on, and oh no! SauCeD's base is being assaulted by the blue drakes, the fountain creeps there. Death Knight is out for SauCed, probably has Death Coil, but taking a lot of a beating there, had to use the Potion of Healing there. And wow, that I had no intentions of making that rhyme. He's taking a lot of beating, had to use the Potion of Healing. Oh my god, Stormy's commentary is coming in with a lot of puns. And Teal over here is trying to deal as much as damage as possible. He doesn't really have a big army over here, but I'm not really sure if this is really the best method of... this is really the best idea. He's trying to follow the Death Knight. Death Knight's going to easily recover because he's already at level 2 and Holy Aura is an option. We also are at the Undead base, and oh no, here comes the army of BurrowRush. That's gonna force a TP, TPing away with the only hero there. And what do we have here? Jockey says that gives me some flashbacks when I was playing on the map. Enemy Shadowhunter had 2 tanks. Ooh, that ought to be something. A lot of towers, and I must say something that Teal is kind of overcommitting in making towers. And oh, here comes the third hero for BurrowRush in the form of a Shadowhunter, Hex and Warstorm combination, and Flame Strike, which didn't happen because the Blood Mage either moved out of the way or simply died. Mountain King trapped. He didn't get the surround though. Could have done it easily. Just needed to move that Spirit Wolf a bit more. TP away with the Mountain King and live to fight another day, unlike the Blood Mage, which is already out, been clicked to come out of the altar. It appears that he's gonna be going in for Knights, getting the casters out first. But without the Knights in the front line, this army is going to be hollow. He definitely needs those Knights, and he is really some time away from the Knights there. Oh, hey there, newbie. Welcome to the stream. No puns intended, says Jockey. Is one of the worst 2v2 maps. I don't know why people hate this map this much though. Oh, guy, Teal coming in with a interesting choice for a second hero in the form of the Fire Lord. I really like the Fire Lord. Combination of the Lava Swan and Elementals can work out well, although both of them have a different purpose. Elementals are supposed to tank damage, Lava Swans are supposed to multiply. So you really want to use them a bit tactfully. All players are currently on a creep fest. Had some engagements a moment ago, so I'm not really gonna call this a creepo mania just yet. Potion of Inwell, no, we're gonna have double boost of speed. What do you want, man? Really? You want double boost of speed? Jockey says synergy is worser. Change my mind. Crypt Lord level 5. Damn, man, that Crypt Lord looks scary. Has about 350 mana as well. He has those impales. Heading in towards the base of Teal. He's gonna be forced to come back to his base, and yeah, this is like one of the things I say about the map. The map is so small and so cramped up that you don't really need a TP. You can just walk and get there in a moment. Because if he actually had TP'd from the middle, he would have taken more time to get to his base than simply walking to his base. That's something you really want to consider. I mean, if you look at this map, it's really crammed up. Like, the distance between your and your opponent's base is like, I don't know, hop, skip and jump away. You can easily just walk to your opponent's base, whatever you want to. And most of the areas are, I mean, the entire map is a choke point. You got choke points here, 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 the entire map. The only playing field you could get on the map is somewhere around this area, and that's pretty much it. The entirety of the map is simply a choke point. And yeah, because choke points weren't good enough, Suki had to set down a couple of farms towards the outer side of his base, kind of marking his territory there. Us and BurrowRush having some discussions. NewPXD says all you need idols with mounted equal to auto GG for if they have no knights. Well, that is kind of the scenario right now. You know, I remember one of the member of the community, wow, I kind of forgot his name. So he's also a streamer. Well, he streams sometimes and makes videos and stuff. So what he basically mentioned is that when Blizzard brought in Sundering Blades for human players, he was like, yeah, I mean, you just brought in Sundering Blades because you kind of buffed the Mountain Giants in a way that human players can't deal with it without that. So that it's really not a good change there. And we got Flame Strike. A lot of slow going down. Big Impale. This expansion is going to be assaulted by 2 players at the same time, but what do we have here? The other player, Teal, the ally, is going to go in for the expansion of SauCeD instead of trying to head in here and try to save Suki. Suki's gonna end up losing the expansion here, losing all of his units. All of the towers are down, and now the expansion is at the mercy of SauCeD and his ally, BurrowRush. SauCeD is gonna TP towards his expansion. Didn't really suffer too much of a loss because entire economy is still going, and one ziggurat down, so it's okay. Failed down, but didn't really get any hit there. And Rocky says the farm place is just. And yeah, I mean, this is a good idea. I could literally do this all the time. Like, if you actually look at this, this area, there's no way to come to your base unless until you reach your well, I'm gonna say that, well, once I cover this up, it appears that BurrowRush is heading in for an assault. Yeah, if human players actually cover this area and this area, or only having a single opening, or well, having no opening if you want to, the only way to the human player, unless you want to destroy the buildings, would be through the other ally's base. Well, and without the other ally knowing, you wouldn't be getting there. Looking at the map layout, that's how it is. Our Firelord is still level 1, sadly. Big Impale getting all of those units. Cryptlord being assaulted. Does have Potion of Healing, Death Knight at the back, but Death Knight doesn't have mana. Does have the mana potion though, so should be able to cast something and save the Cryptlord from near death. More teams shelling away their bombs towards the back line. Those Banshees are taking a lot of damage, but they can curse more teams as well. And we got Breakers on the field as well. The Breakers are actually going to return the curse towards the Undead army. That is brilliant. And yeah, you also have Watcher Wards on this map. That's something I forgot earlier. SauCeD has this one. The other team has the other side. Wow, how do you get rid of this expansion? I mean, let's look at the cramped up location, this choke point. How do you really get rid of it without any siege weaponry? Yeah, answer is you really can't if you actually look at it. There's way too many towers there. You're gonna end up losing more units than destroying towers if you actually try to do so. And it appears to me that SauCeD will attempt to do so for the time being, only going after the workshop though. Ally making his way towards the fight. No TP on any of the players, but well, SauCeD got one there. Flame Strike, which hits nothing, and this is exactly why people don't use Flame Strike that much. I mean, at a pro level, the players are a bit, well, far more aware, and they're definitely just gonna move their units out of the way. The only effective use of it would perhaps be on buildings, while the Flame Strike is also trying to target peasants and stuff. They're trying to harvest gold and lumber. And it appears to me that SauCeD and BurrowRush had enough of this barricading. They're gonna take care of the farm barricading and destroy the farms, which all, by the way, already had like 2 fortification upgrades on them. That's why they're taking some time to get destroyed than normal farms. More teams shelling away, and Teal should actually keep his army away and just use the more teams at this point. Got flying machines in the air as well. Okay, SauCeD signaling for the trade. It appears that they're gonna trade in one main for an expansion, and that's gonna be all but worth it if they manage to destroy the base. But Suki heading in towards the base of SauCeD, but no, this is really just an army of sticks and harsh language. So that's not gonna work out. That is definitely not gonna work out. SauCeD and BurrowRush going in for all of the towers, gonna take them down, make short work of them. Bloodlust incoming on all of those units. I'm really surprised that SauCeD doesn't. I mean, so the BurrowRush doesn't have a Berserker upgrade yet on the Headhunters. He really needs that upgrade. Gonna go after the main. If they manage to destroy the main of Suki, they're gonna be They're actually gonna manage to take one player completely out of commission. The other player is the one that has the expansion here. Teal's the one with the expansion. Expansion for Sauce is completely annihilated, and oh no, they're going in for the main of Sauce. They're actually gonna try and destroy the Black Citadel. Good thing for Undead players is that at least they don't need the Black Citadel to cultivate the gold, but this is a big army. Teal heading in, and they really want to trade, it appears. They can't TP away, they gotta walk. And now my earlier statement about this map being a hop, skip, and jump away is gonna come into play, because if you look at the cross spawn location, that's gonna be the longest to walk. And Sauce is gonna need some time before he gets there. They're gonna leave behind some summons to kill whatever's left. Sauce losing the main. Here comes Suki from the other side. Suki is still alive, surprisingly, with a couple of units there. He's gonna help out his ally destroy the base of Sauce. Here comes Sauce. Where is his ally? He only got a couple of units there. Okay, there he is. BurrowRush right behind him. Positioning is everything. Chain lightning across the board. Getting all of those flying machines down. Flame strike! Flame strike! Gets all of it, but that's really not a lot of damage if you look at it. Just a level 1 flame strike. At this stage of the game, level 1 flame strike is really not going to be that effective there. And oh, the Blood Mage gets Staff of Sanctuary away. I've already seen that being used since a while. Teal TV's away, Suki TV's away, and they managed to destroy Sauce's economy. They actually managed to return the favor. I'm not sure if Sauce actually has any acolytes lurking around, because if he doesn't, then what he has is everything he has, and while he has some buildings, he has no cigarettes, so he can't. He's had 0 food right now. He can't train any more units. Well, he has it is exactly what he has right now. He doesn't have anything more than that. This looks bad for Sauce right now.
The town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Still chipping away on those buildings, but they're really not going to be able to do too much now. This expansion is heavily defended, and okay, the gold mine was about to expire either way, so expansion was more necessary. This may have been a bad decision on the side of Sauce, and this is what I mentioned earlier. If you try to attack this base with these many towers, you're going to end up losing more units than actually destroying the towers. You need siege, and BurrowRush does have a siege weapon with him. Flame strike, but that's a hollow one that did not go active, sadly. Flame strike needs to be changed. Like, it needs to be made a bit different so that people can actually use it, balance it out a bit, make it a bit different. Like, initiate it on the without, like, have it initiated as soon as the Blood Mage does it without the channeling, I guess. Nerf it a bit, buff it a bit, whatever. Like, they definitely want to change it if they want to make it usable. Because they've done it with Crypt Lord, they can definitely do it with the other heroes as well. Big fight going down, and Flame Strike. Oh my goodness, for the second time! He moved his hero out of the way, and the channeling did not complete, but the mana was already drained out. But he's going to suck the Lich dry. Just taking some Death Coil heals. Because you could use some Banish Bolt, that could be useful in taking out heroes, and once Sauce's heroes are down, then he won't be getting any more. And oh, Sauce actually did manage to save a couple of acolytes, it appears. He's setting down an expansion. Once he has the gold mine up, his economy will be back in place, and he's going to be able to put down the ziggurats as well. BurrowRush still attacking using that Demolisher. The Demolisher is actually what he needed to put the Flame Strike on earlier. Sauce and BurrowRush going to return back to Sauce's base because, oh, it was being attacked by one of the siege engines there. Now, okay, now this is something you want to think about. Gold mine has 930 gold. Do you really want to haunt and take the gold out of it, or do you really just want to use something else? I mean, you're definitely gonna get something out of it. It's not like the haunting the gold mine costs you 950, but really want to think about if you really want. Oh my goodness, that's an overkill. BurrowRush trying to get as much as gold as possible from that gold mine with that many peons. A flame strike on those towers, but doesn't really do a lot of damage. Manages to kill one peon at least. and a bit of an overextension by Suki. Suki cannot make any more units.
A player's
He already
forces
lost
are under
his
attack.
main, he already lost all his workers, he lost his expansion, so because of all that, he can't make any more units, so if he's going to lose anything, that's a permanent loss for him. Sauce, on the other hand, is actually coming back. He put down his Necropolis. Necropolis may get taken out, but the mining has begun, so he has something going at least, but he isn't getting any acolytes, though. He needs to get some acolytes. He can't do that. He needs ziggurats before he can do that. Sauce with a marginal number of units going to face the army of Teal, who has an economy as opposed to him. The ally coming in, Suki coming in with that Mountain King. Warlord goes down. Can be revived though. This is the player with the economy, and whoa, my goodness, mother of all towers! What is that? What is that? My goodness. How much gold are you gonna invest in for that many towers? Do you really want to have that many towers? That's the bigger question. That is a lot of towers. I'm pretty sure you guys are saying something. Oh, you guys aren't saying anything about that, okay. Just look at the number of towers. What is this? Yeah, it's tower defense at this point. I mean, as long as it gets the job done, it gets the job done, but you really want to have these many towers? That's the bigger question. Lost Nova on the hero there. That's really just a poke. Nerf human towers. Oh yeah, they got buffed the last patch. Got 5-second repair bonus there, so they're gonna actually have more sustainability. Wow, that's something now.
A player's force now is under siege.
A bit of stalemate, and oh wow, those beetles are still chipping off against the buildings of Suki. Oh, do we have a long distance mining? It appears that BurrowRush is setting out a second expansion at Suki's natural. Yeah, BurrowRush pretty much only has a demolisher to deal with these towers, and the worst part for BurrowRush is that even the demolishers aren't going to be dealing extra damage to these towers, which by the way had like the third attack up, third defense upgrade right now. Big chain lightning. More team versus demolisher. A nice battle. Healing ward placed by the witch doctor, but that's of course not going to heal the demolisher. It's a mechanical, like the mortar. And oh, nicely done. Suki actually going in to destroy that healing ward first. Big fight coming across. I mean, the Teal is really kind of on his own right now. Suki only has the MK, and that's pretty much it. Suki's gonna have to face 2 armies as opposed to 1. Sauce is already coming back. And we got Locust Swarm. This game is over. They're going to suck out all the HP from those units one by one. Sauce signaling for the back, and all those locusts are gonna take time in getting some HP to that Crypt Lord. Crypt Lord, even if he takes a lot of damage, will just instantly get healed once those locusts return. Good thing for Undead player opponents is that it doesn't actually overcharge the Crypt Lord's HP, because that would have been kind of OP. The way the mana overcharges for the Blood Mage, that is. What's he doing? He's under effect of Staff of Sanctuary, but okay, I didn't know this. I didn't know that if you don't have a town hall, you get sanctuary to a building that's not a town hall. That's considered at the highest level of the building. So currently the CapitalZ over here got Staff of Sanctuary to the barracks here and was being murdered by those by those beetles. Alright, you learn something new every day. Learn something new every day on a day of Warcraft day. He returning back and saving his Blood Mage there. BurrowRush taking a page out of his opponent's book, and Suki leaves the game. Not sure if he got disconnected or that was out of frustration, but Teal doesn't seem to want to do that anytime soon. Has a lot of... Okay, Teal already mined out his expansion. I mean, if you really wanna... yeah, okay. Sauce just mentioning that he's gonna get me stream this on the chat. Yeah, I'm streaming it, Sauce. I'm surely streaming it. Okay, so Suki has already left the game. Teal is the only one in the game right now who is also controlling Suki's heroes, that is. Bit of a stalemate, and not too sure what Sauce and BurrowRush are planning right now. I mean, they get a solid counter to the base. They get like a lot of siege and stuff. I guess they can just head in. Human players have a cloud. Look at Undead and Orc. You gotta think about something that's anti-tower. You have to think about something that's anti-tower. Cloud's pretty good for like base that has these many towers. The Cloud by the Dragonhawk Rider, of course. Teal getting a lot of those damn siege engines with the 3rd attack upgrade, and by the way, they got like fortification upgrade. They're like walking buildings, and they're gonna take so less damage. Still gonna get taken out. It's good that Sauce and his ally BurrowRush actually detected that. But really, Teal really has little to no way to come back in this fight. He has one gold mine running, but that's pretty much just about it. Can't win against 2 players when his ally has already left, and is currently kinda just delaying the game for as long as he can. Sauce is already back. Fight with his economy running. Ah yes, BurrowRush putting down a tower now, so you don't have to use... Actually, should have put it down here so that it could have damaged both of the buildings and would have taken it out eventually. But it's okay. Tower had a different purpose and not really the purpose to destroy the building. It had a purpose so that Teal wouldn't have expanded it. Yes, let's get the demolishers in finally. I mean, one demolisher is definitely not enough. Need more. You have to look at the supply. Yeah, enough supply. You can go up till 80. Get some more demolishers definitely, and once you have them, then they're definitely gonna deal more damage. Burning oil upgrade would be a good option right now because, well, you need some damage over time as well. You need all the upgrades you can get. The 3rd attack upgrade for the demolishers, yeah, get that too, I guess. But really, I mean, this game is pretty much over, and Teal is really kind of delaying it. So we're gonna speed it up, because we're just gonna have this cycle repeat a bit for until Teal eventually taps out or gets his base destroyed completely. There's really no way for him to actually come back into this. If you look at it, against 2 players, a single player is definitely not going to come, no matter what kind of unit composition he has, because he only has like 1 gold mine running. That's also got like 5k gold. That's definitely going to expire sometime or the other. His resilience to stay in the fight though, and yeah, there we go. Demolishers, which I was talking about, and that's just how you take down towers. Boom, boom, boom. Love the sound of demolishers throwing their rocks at buildings. Don't you like it, Newbie and Jockey? I like it. And the burning oil upgrade. I mean, this is kind of an overkill if you look at it sometime. Naga Sea Witch gets taken out. And yeah, they're kind of delaying the game themselves. They could have actually just taken out the expansion with the demolisher, but they were just trying to go after the towers. So yeah, that was a good game for until one of the players left and the other guy decided that he was going to delay it as much as possible. But it was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and listening. Have you enjoyed what you have seen? Get to hit the like. Have more and of WarCraft. Hey.